Good morning. We're at a customer's house here. One of our good clients, take care of their grass, fertilizer treatments, all kinds of stuff. She called us. She had some drainage questions. They have all their downspouts here, and they need some improvements. So I'm going to walk you through what kind of small adjustment drainage improvements we can do to this house here. Easy stuff that makes a big difference. So first are these pop-ups here. These pop-ups are holding all this water. This shouldn't be like this. These pop-ups should have weep holes inside of them, like this here. So the water can drain after a rain event. So the pop-ups are great because they can allow water to come out of here during the rain event, but this is no good. This is going to attract mosquitoes, and during a freeze thaw, if you get water sitting here, it's frozen and it rains from that gutter, there's going to be nowhere for the water to go. So we're going to swap these out. This was their original connection. I don't know what exact material this is here, but this is clearly sun faded. They have triple wall here, which is okay. But we like to use SDR35 for most of our drainage applications. This is what it looks like now, all clean. We use a vented clean out, again for airflow. Access purposes, you can easily pop this out, probably with a screwdriver. But now this is all PVC cemented together. We got the height perfect, so you don't see any of that green pipe, even though they do have white SDR35. I don't need to do that right now. So little improvements here, nothing crazy, but again, they make a, gosh damn it, dirty. They make a big difference. This is the pipe we use, by the way. We get all of our pipe from Central Pro Supply out here in Somerset County. They do great work helping us with what we need. Here's another one, old schmugged up pipe. This is so thin, I really don't know what this is. It's like SWR pipe. I don't know, it gets confusing. But anyway, yeah, we're not doing much. We're just basically changing out. Oh, check out this dumper here. Nice. 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 Yeah, so anyway, this is pretty good here, even though it's a little cocked, but, and look what they did. They put glue here, which is crazy. Probably because they did it the wrong way. This should be outside and not inside. That's probably why they had issues. Trying not to get this to crack over time, but anyway, we're gonna do the same thing. Nice clean pipe. Let's see where the part numbers are. All NDS stuff here, 4-inch. I don't know honestly what the serial number is. That might be it. 4P08. That's our Y fittings here. We use these on every job. That's better. I don't like that, but they had this crooked, but it's all right. Go to the next one. Here's another look at this here. They just had this triple wall straight down, no access. That's why I want to use these nice vented cleanouts. This guy dumps. Where's this guy dump? Right here. I know it's full of water. Full of water. No good. All right, so here we are in the backyard. We fixed all the fittings. We have one run that comes all the way down here. The issue here, not only with the pop-ups being how they were, this is just full of water, this whole line. Now, I guess I don't know if you can tell in the grade here, but there definitely is a slope difference, a significant one. I would say maybe at least like 5 inches from the corner of the house down to here. But the problem is that this area, not only with the pop-ups not having a weep hole and a little dry well underneath it, I don't know if you can see, this area is pretty high here, so the pop-up has nowhere to go essentially. Pop-up just can maybe with the heavy rain bubble up a little bit, but there's nowhere for it to go. So all we're going to do is send it down this way, 2 sticks, and it drops significantly. I think you can kind of see it even from this camera angle. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to replace the pop-up from here. We're going to reset it from here and put it down over there. That's another pop-up that we're doing a little drywall for, and there's one again in front of the patio. So, but just this should never how this should be. We extended this one, if you remember. This was just full of mud or water. So we sent this here at the sweeping 90 down slope here to a new pop-up. So I was explaining before how we do the pop-ups. You see that little slit down there? Hopefully you can see that. Just a little slit, so basically a weep hole. What that weep hole does is it allow excess water from after the rainstorm that would normally sit in here like it was back there. It can percolate underneath that 90, and what we have here is basically a wonton. So they dug out around this big, maybe like 2-foot diameter hole, put drainage, 4.5 ounce non-woven fabric down, put 3/4 clean, and then kind of burrito wrapped it back up. But that's why I say a wonton, not necessarily a burrito, more like a wonton shape. Closed it back up, so now any of the residual water that would sit in the pipe can just percolate slowly through the rock, and you won't have a big muddy mess, and there'll be no water sitting in that. So the guys did that one, the one from the deck that goes underneath the pavers, and one down there. So, you know, learning things along the way. I've been doing drainage for I mean, pretty much drainage since I started doing landscaping, but about 10 years now. But more so with hardscaping, when we do patios, walkways, you really got to know about drainage, especially doing retaining walls. So, you know, we learn along the way. I've watched a ton of YouTube, worked with other contractors, suppliers. For us, this works. It's pretty logical, you know, why we do the things we do. You know, I know people do drainage and all kinds of landscaping way different kinds of ways, but this works for us, so we're pretty happy with how our projects turn out. Don't have any complaints. We've been doing this kind of stuff for a few years now, pretty heavily. So boys are cleaning up, and yeah, it's pretty much it. Let's see if I can close this gate. Hold on. Let's get this guy closed. Yep. So we got a new eye fittings in there. These are the pop-ups all finished. Again, same deal. Wonton mini dry well around it. So should be in good shape for the most part there. Yeah, slowly weeping out. It's probably just a ton of water that's still in that pipe, but should be good to go. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.